there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Reboot Roundtable, where we talk about reboots, rewrites, and sequels to classic fictional franchises, as well as just general pop culture news and goodies. I am joined, as always, by the man who looks like the Canadian superhero Puck, Mr. J.
What is up, William? I am joined by the dude whose BMI starts with a 4, Connor. What's it going on, brother?
Yeah. So,
It's fine. I'm huge.
It's shit.
Bad.
That's wild.
Like, I gotta look up Puck.
You gotta look up Puck? It's kind of a mean one on me. I'm not gonna lie.
I take it back. I throw things at you. They fall in you. Shut up.
I need you in a Puck cosplay, but that's besides the point.
And I need you on a treadmill, but here we are.
Oh, damn. Getting spicy. So anyways, we're having great conversation already. But today, so I've been playing a lot of the new Marvel Spider-Man 2 because it just came to PC. It's been fun, but it got me thinking about, let's talk about superheroes who need games or need new games, even if we want to dive into that a little bit as well. Okay. So to start off, Jay, what is your favorite superhero game, if you have one?
Favorite superhero game? Definitely, probably the first of the Spider-Man PS4 games.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed it.
They're great.
Definitely that one. Yeah, definitely that one.
Yeah. The Arkham series is great as well. Like, that's another one to reference. Those are kind of the two more modern great superhero games. I mean, if you want to get a little older, you have Web of Shadows for Spider-Man. You've got Hulk. There was an old Hulk game that was pretty good.
The old DS Hulk game, I remember it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
There's Injustice, the Mortal Kombat clone.
Oh, yeah.
Which was really good. There was Capcom versus the DCU. Or no, it was Mortal Kombat and DCU.
Mortal Kombat versus the DC Universe and Marvel versus Capcom.
I used to play the heck out of both of those.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I've never been a big fighting game. Deadpool game was really funny.
If you say so. I wasn't a fan.
It was really funny. It was really funny.
That's besides the point. All right, so
the point has been made. You know, argue with the wall.
Holy shit. I'm sorry, guys. I've got to move my first mate. Can you stop?
Get her on screen. More views.
More views. More views.
Hey! There's best character. Now this is why I show.
I think this is the first canonical appearance of
Cassette.
my
Cassette's on screen.
Calypso. But yeah, no. So
I want to. By the way, for the 3 people that listen.
Yeah, that's right. For like the couple people who listen to us, that is my cat Calypso. So besides the point. So superheroes who need games. I want to start with one who I don't know if they've ever had a proper game, and I don't know how they would do it. But okay. The Flash needs a game.
Yeah, honestly that could be really fun with his what are they called? Like Spider-Man, his gallery, his like rogues gallery.
Yeah, his rogues gallery. Oh yeah, the rogues of Flash are classic.
Yeah, and then Flash is such an interesting character just in general. It would be a little different than your normal like issue is balancing super speed.
Yes.
That is the issue, honestly, writers run into with super speed characters that I find a lot. Is it like, how do you make them not just finish everything in seconds?
And even if you do a like, obviously it'll be set in its own universe. Like, even if you depower this Flash a bit, I don't know what game format best works with a character of that level.
No, it's strange. You can almost do like a Sonic style game, but like that doesn't feel Flash.
Well, there are open world Sonic games, right?
I believe so.
They're not good from what I've heard, but they do exist.
I can't say confidently if there are or aren't. I like to imagine there are, but
honestly, a game that does super speed weirdly well, though I wouldn't necessarily use it. The Lego superhero games have speedsters that are pretty okay handled. I think the big thing would be just making the speed feel fast, while also not feeling overwhelming from the player's perspective.
Right. Right.
But I would love to see an open world Flash game because zipping around, what is I can't think of Flash's city. I think it's Central City, but that may be a different characters. But that could be really fun. And along the line of characters who I don't know how they would do a game for, Superman hasn't had a game in years.
Yeah, well, considering how it went with the N64 Superman.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
Isn't that one of the lowest rated games?
Yeah, it's one of the worst games of all time.
I used to own it, actually, and I have played it. And it's not good, obviously.
Yeah, I've seen the gameplay, and I said, fuck that shit. Yeah. I'm never touching it.
I have a distinct memory of trying it and hating it.
That being said, the Superman inspired game on Steam. What game is that called?
I know what you're talking about. It's a random
I
indie
have it downloaded
individual
because I played
game.
Undefeated, and they're
Undefeated.
actually doing their own like whole universe thing they're working on. Undefeated is a blast and would be a
Is it?
great place to start for a Superman game. With a higher budget, better graphics, like
Yeah.
could be pretty spicy. And it's got a good foundation to it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
definitely with like damage and stuff, like you can have kryptonite based villains. There's a list of ways you can do that.
And I
Yeah.
tell you a hero who I think could make a really fun game. Who you're not expecting me to say. I kind of want you to try and guess. You get two
You've
chances to try
given
and
me
guess.
no hints to begin
Okay.
with.
Okay.
Is it
It is.
Marvel or DC?
It will be Marvel.
Okay.
That's one hit.
Is
It
it
is part of the
Daredevil?
MCU. I'll throw that in there.
Oh.
It is not Daredevil.
Ooh, already part of the MCU?
You get those two hints.
I'm gonna go with like someone who I'm not aware of you being a fan of, so like maybe Scarlet Witch or something random like that.
No. Okay. So first of all, not a huge absolute fan, but I think a game could be really fun.
Okay.
Low key, and hear me out on this: an Assassin's Creed style Black Widow game.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Right?
Even
Right.
better, it's a co-op game. Black Widow and Hawkeye.
Yes.
Stealth-based
Honestly, yes.
Hawkeye Black Widow game could go
Yes.
ham.
I think that would be really fun. Because I have a list pulled up of different heroes just to give myself ideas of games, and I
Yes.
was staring at Black Widow on my screen.
Yeah.
You know, I think that could be really fun to do an Assassin's Creed stealth co-op archer/assassin game where
It
one
could go
person's the
kind of hard.
infiltrator, one
Yeah.
person's the sniper. That could be really cool.
And you could switch back and forth between who does what. Like that could be pretty hype, actually. I
That could
really
be
like
really
that
cool.
idea.
Another one that's very simplistic would be like the Punisher, where you just do your standard.
They
kind
did a
of
pretty
run
good
through.
Punisher game back in the day, if memory serves.
Did they do a Punisher game?
Punisher game? And
Yeah,
yes,
Punisher. Very graphic, very 2005.
yes,
Yeah.
if memory serves, yeah.
Punishing Max.
Along that line, if we want to go like ground, I want a Daredevil game. People have been saying that for a while. Daredevil could be cool to have in a game.
Yeah, if I can't see my screen, I'm gonna be upset.
No, you could do like the World on Fire kind of motif, or the like Sonic Vision.
Name?
It could be unique. What is it? There's a horror game that kind of does that vibe where you can't really see anything and you have to like echolocate around it.
Yeah, but like for a Daredevil where you're going to be doing like fighting, I don't know. I think it could be really cool.
It could be really unique, I should say.
A better pick for that genre, I think, would be Moon Knight.
Moon Knight could be interesting, especially if you played with the how they handled it in the MCU, where Mr. Knight and Moon Knight like switch back and forth.
Yeah.
Could be kind of fun for two different combat sets.
Mhm.
Going over to DC Comics, I want a Nightwing game. I think that could be
Okay.
kind of hype.
It could be cool. How do you differentiate that from the Batman games?
Well, Nightwing fights very differently than Batman, and also I would do it even more detective heavy
Okay.
because Nightwing is much more athletic, very much fights more like Spider-Man but without superpowers.
Yeah, but like villains and everything, like don't they share a lot of
Nightwing
the
has
same?
a whole different rogues gallery. I
Really?
don't know it very well because he's in a different city. He's in Bloodhaven, which is like a sub-city of New York.
Because I recently did a whole thing on, or I listened to a whole thing on Jason Todd's life.
Yes,
And he's
Red Hood.
no, he's Red Hood.
Yeah,
not
that's
Nightwing.
Red Hood.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Nightwing is Dick Grayson.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, my favorite Robin.
Really?
Yes, I love Dick Grayson.
Put yourself down. Move on.
Wow,
I don't know him well enough. I just hate
wild.
you.
Fair enough. Along that line, a John Constantine or Doctor Strange kind of game could be fun with like a sorcerer character.
It could be cool. How do you turn that into not just a run and shooter?
Well, if my understanding and I can't remember the game, but there was a Japanese game. It was first person, but I wouldn't want to do it necessarily in that style. But it was like a sorcery base, like you were summoning demons and stuff to fight off other demons. This is like a wild. I have an image in the back of my head. It was like a first person shooter, but with demon summoning, and it was a story game. If anyone in the comments knows what the hell I'm talking about, please let me know. But it could be really cool if it was very much like setting up traps and stuff. using
Summoner
spells.
for the PS2.
That might be it. Yeah, that sounds possibly it. But
Yeah, it's a Japanese game. Looks like could be it. I don't know.
could be it. I don't know.
I'm gonna Google.
But it would be really neat to get like, and I wouldn't do an open world game for either of them. But if you did it as like a honestly kind of One of the Souls-like games has summoning in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, Elden Ring, you can use the Spirit Culling Ash. And you
So
can
maybe
summon things.
something like that, but like you massive demon boss fights where you're like setting up traps, summoning things, using the winds of Watum and whatever, could be kind of
Honestly,
fun.
a game where you can't shoot and do direct
Yeah.
damage could be fun.
Yeah.
And that kind of seems what like you'd have to do traps and like bindings and then like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that sounds pretty cool. That
Yeah,
sounds
like
kinda
Dance
annoying,
Dance
but
Revolution, you have to like do a pattern to do certain spells. But
watch my explosion beam.
honestly, Doctor Strange as a VR game could go kind of crazy.
Oh, it would go crazy.
Where
Low
like
key, yeah.
yeah.
We're ignoring VR as a genre.
Yeah, VR. And I've not played the
Look at that.
Batman VR game, but I've heard it's good. I need to check it out
Really?
at some point.
But Spider-Man VR, I hear gets raving reviews every time.
Oh
put 'em
yeah,
straight in the
anytime there's a very simple like free game and it's Spider-Man, and I have a blast just swinging around New York sometimes.
Huh.
Um,
Well, I'm telling you another game.
yeah,
Branching, because I feel like this is an episode where we're just gonna keep running it.
exactly. That's kind of what we're doing.
Black Panther could be really fun. Hear me out.
Yes,
Hear me out, right?
yes.
A game that switches between city building, part 1, and down on the ground mission style, right?
I don't hate that. That's actually kind of fun.
Almost, I'm thinking almost like XCOM, but instead of like running your ship, you
Uh-huh.
literally are, building
Rebuilding.
Wakanda.
You know what you could even do for it? There's an event, and I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's Doctor Doom invades Wakanda
Okay.
and basically destroys everything, and Black Panther has to rebuild it. And if you did it where you had like a group of Black Panther villains, you could, or heroes, you could do like T'Challa, Shuri, and if you really wanted to draw from the comics, you could have Storm as the third kind of character you could switch into. Send them on operations. You do the operations like a stealth-based operation, and you're rebuilding Wakanda after Latveria's invasion. Could go insanely hard.
That could be really cool. And then like final boss, you just take down Doom.
Yeah, you have to square
just
up
for
against Doom.
fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. What are some other games? I mean, Blade.
Blade.
He's getting something pretty soon, right?
There's been a Blade movie in the works now since 2019.
Okay.
And it keeps getting pushed back. It's on an indefinite hold currently.
I think I'm thinking of he was announced for Marvel Rivals.
That sounds right. Yeah, I think he's coming to Marvel Rivals.
But honestly, just any game where I'm hunting vampires, I hate those little bloodsuckers.
Yeah, no, Blade could
You
be
don't understand, bro. Last week I went outside. I was just going on my normal jog, right? It's like 8 o'clock at night. I'm just going on a jog, dude. And I'm getting down to, that little curve that I talk about? Right? Yeah. So I get down to that curve, dude. I'm not kidding. 3 of them little suckers start flying at me. Now, luckily, I'm used to this because, where I'm from. To you in the audience, I can't really say where I'm from, but like it's a problem down here. Dude, I was carrying my garlic, right? Bro, tell me why the one in the middle, which was bad, by the way. Let's not get it twisted. Like,
Was it Morbius?
No, this was a woman.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Although, hear me out on Morbius. Anyways, no, I threw my garlic at him. How this chick gonna tell me, like, I don't want you anyways? Like, you chasing me on my run. What you mean you don't want me? Anyway, sorry, that's a tangent.
Such a wild tangent.
I just had to share that.
Besides vampires, I'd like a Green Lantern game.
I wouldn't.
Oh.
I think Green Lantern would just kind of make me upset at a poorly executed game.
Yeah, like, here's my thing that could be cool is you could do it as operations. Actually, you know what I think would be great for it? Destiny style. Gameplay-wise. Not like gun shooting game, but where you have a base of operations, you're working for the Lantern Corps, you create your own lantern, you go out like, hey, the Red Lantern Corps is attacking some city on insert planet here. You need to go out and take them out, right? Like, I think an MMO could work really well for a Lantern game, where you're just part of the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, it could. My issue is the Lantern Ring is such a versatile weapon.
Yeah, I don't know how you would do that, though.
It would just make me upset.
That's fair.
If you're gonna do that, almost make it a tactical, like, where you're not the player, you're, like, controlling lanterns.
I don't hate that, actually.
Yeah.
Like, as a strategy game.
Because that way, I'm not gonna be upset that, like, why am I not able to use anything other than a hammer? I wanna do something fun. It's just like, oh, this guy's stupid.
It's just Guy Gardner.
Yeah. But kind of branching into that, did the Guardians of the Galaxy get a game?
They did get a game, and it was very underrated, and it was very fun.
Okay, I couldn't remember if they got a game. The Fantastic Four probably have a game.
No, they haven't gotten a game recently. They may have had one back in the day. But I would love a Fantastic Four game.
Yeah.
Especially if it was very exploration based, I think could be really hyped.
They had a game in 2005. It looks like it was
probably a movie tie-in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, Fantastic Four would be great. I don't know what you would do gameplay for them, but something where you're like stuck in the negative zone and just adventuring could be kind of
low-key a squad style, like you have 4 players. A squad style like survive the waves type, or even like you have to complete objectives like Halo Reach almost. But instead of your Spartans, you're the Fantastic
Honestly,
Four.
that's kind of what they did with the Guardians game, and it wasn't bad.
Really?
Yeah, the team system and that would be cool, especially if you could play as all 4 members. That could be pretty neat.
Yeah. Another character I think really honestly deserves a game at this point. Although her recent movie appearances haven't been great, and I low-key, high-key blame that on Gal Gadot. I think is her name.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman had a game being made that was going to use the Nemesis system, and we haven't heard shit from it since. It was announced it was going to use the Nemesis system, and nothing came of it. Which could have been so hype.
Still in the works as of December 14th, 2024. So, like, a little bit ago.
In theory, it's been worked on for like 7 years. Who knows if it'll ever come?
Well, these type of games are really hard to make.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
Especially for a studio, because it's from... What's a studio? Is it announced what studio it is?
I believe it is. I think it's by the same guys who did Shadow of War, I think.
Warner Brothers Games.
Okay, just Warner Brothers Games.
They're not used to this, so it'll take them a while.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Go for it.
No, go ahead.
So here's a really wild take. Can we get a Sims style no, better yet, can we get an X Mansion game that's like Persona where it's just a dating game?
No.
What, you telling me you don't want to make moves on Cyclops? Who has powers?
Oh wow, Professor X.
No, not Charles. No, not
the way that your bald head shimmers in the hallway just gets me going.
You know what the sad thing is I could see them making that as like a one-off. Like what are they called? Interactive storybooks? Like
visual novel?
Visual novel.
You want an X-Men seducing visual novel.
I didn't say I want that, but it would be hilarious. And I could see them doing it.
Dude, next time I'm there, I'll ask them about it to see if
that's crazy. Just
dude. Oh my gosh, but Cyclops is such a stick in the mud. I doubt it.
But yeah,
this
but I do want to see
my new bit, by the way.
Honestly, an Ultimate Alliance style X-Men game just focused on the mutants could be cool. I would love a new Ultimate Alliance game in general. You had a thought?
I think it would be fun. Yeah. Teen Titans. Navigating back to that team structure. Loki, people like the Teen Titans.
They do.
It's not brought up enough how much people like the Teen Titans from the original show.
Oh
my gosh. When did that come out? Like 2005, 2006?
I don't know.
Around that
I've
era?
still never seen the Teen Titans show.
We gotta watch it. OG Teen Titans show. When did this come out? This came out 03 through 06. So I was about right.
Yeah.
Dude, people love that show.
Oh, I mean, people love the Titans. And they just love that feel of the Titans that they bring in. You could do something really cool with that.
I think a game for that could be really cool.
The issue is, don't do what they did with Avengers and Suicide Squad, which is what I feel Titans game could easily fall into. Because it would have a similar vibe, I think, unfortunately.
Yeah, if I played a looter shooter Titans game, I'm just going to shoot somebody.
Well,
Minecraft.
Along that line, going, I guess kind of leaving the obvious ones, going kind of outside of Marvel even. I want a Ninja Turtle game, and I want to do a whole episode on Ninja Turtles. But
yes, there's been so many Ninja Turtle games.
But there's not been an open world one yet, and I'm upset about it.
The Ninja Turtles universe is like lore building is crazy.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And there's multiple versions and they all kind of go hard. There was a rumor, and it got canceled, I believe, of a Last Ronin game.
Yes, we talked about that. It's been canceled, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But that would have gone so hard. Or even just a Ninja Turtle game where you're playing as the 4 brothers. There's a lot you could do with that. Open world.
I know. kind of along those lines, if you want to get outside of Marvel or DC, Spawn deserves a game.
I don't know anything about Spawn. Despite being a
Really?
big comic guy, don't know anything about Spawn beyond the very basics.
Spawn's crazy.
I know he's really edgy, and I think that's why I never read anything on him.
That's fair. Then someone you know more about is Invincible.
Invincible could go cool, especially if you do it in that same, like...
Undefeated style.
Honestly, arguably, though, I kind of want it to be, like, Undefeated meets a Souls-like game. Because one of the things about Invincible that is cool is how he gets his ass kicked constantly. And really good boss fights would make Invincible insane. Especially if you did a really intense damage system that really showed the damage on the poor guy. I saw in your face you had a thought.
No, so I'm reading a list of superheroes who are not owned by Marvel or DC, coming up with ideas. And there's 2 characters here. One of them, there's 3 here. 2 of them are like serious, so I think could be really fun.
Yeah.
The third one, though.
Oh boy. Okay.
I don't know if it counts.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All 3 of them would be really fun. We're gonna start this one out. Okay, I've got 3. We're gonna start this out with Hellboy.
Hellboy, yeah.
Hellboy's a very underrated. I loved the movies when I was watching them.
I need to read his comics later. I've heard they're good.
Yeah, but
great art.
The movies, very good. Optimus Prime. I don't know if he counts as a superhero.
The Transformers need a good game. I've said that for so long. There have been great Transformer games. Give us a new one, please.
The Transformers are so iconic, dude. Just give me a racing / like.
Hold on, a racing game could go insane with the Transformers, where you're like changing forms mid-race. Like,
yeah,
there's a lot you can do with them.
You race to locations. You got to do something. Then you race to. I don't know.
Apparently, the most recent Transformer comics go hard. It's because they're in the same universe as the G.I. Joe comics, and apparently it's nuts. Like, Cobra rebuilt Starscream recently. Like, it's weird, and it sounds really neat.
Cobra Commander rebuilt Starscream.
Good luck, buddy. Anyways, what's your third one?
Here's the funny one. Okay, so I don't know. Listen, I would go crazy for this. If there was a game for this, dude, that, like, portrayed the original, like samurai version, I'd be all over it. Or the freaking mechs. I'd be all over.
I have no idea where you're going with this.
I wanna play this game again where you have to guess what I'm thinking.
I don't even know. I cannot think of a single franchise with samurais in it.
Okay, so it's Japanese based, right? There are a group of superheroes who are in different colors. Red is always the main character.
Ninjago?
And your leader. No. Although that could be really fun. No. Ninjago low-key might be inspired partially, but
fuck! I know what you're talking about.
There's red.
Is it
there's
live
always
action?
a woman who's pink. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck. What are they called?
There's
Power
yellow,
Rangers.
Great Power Rangers.
I've never seen anything Power Rangers.
Really?
I know nothing about Power Rangers.
Power Rangers Samurai, dude. When I was a kid, I'd sit there. I had a sword. What I'm hearing is you need to branch out of Marvel and DC.
I need to at some point. I got a lot of research to do, folks.
But a Power Rangers game, because the Power Rangers lore is actually insane.
Yeah, I could see that getting really popular too.
Loki playing as a game where you're like the Golden Ranger, you're like the last, like the last Ronin style, but you're like the last Ranger, could be really fun.
Oh yeah.
Also, because I'm a sucker for that art style. As a professional weeb myself, like
not the professional weeb is crazy.
I think it would be really fun. So
yeah,
that was that. I mean, obviously Ninja Turtles.
And I think kind of like the last thing to really address is I think we did an episode on it, or we were going to. I don't actually know if it ever came out. A Marvel versus DC game. Give it to us.
We did a episode on Marvel we did an episode on DC and Dragon Ball. That was like our second episode on the channel. Which we need to go back to, by the way.
Yeah, I do want to go back to some of our old topics. But yeah, give us a Marvel DC fighting game, you cowards. It would be hype. We'd all enjoy it.
Do they not have one?
No, it's never been made because they've never made a crossover that's not in the comics.
No, it's not. No.
But give it Mortal Kombat style, or I should say Injustice style.
Wait a minute. It says for this one. Developed by NetherRealm Studios with Team Ninja and published on Warner Brother Games. Came out in 2019.
No, this isn't a thing. I don't know.
Marvel versus DC Universe is a crossover fighting game. I was pretty sure this was a thing.
There's not a thing. This isn't a thing. No, this is a fan thing.
Is it a fan game?
Yeah, or a fan like theory, but there is no official thing.
Yeah, it's looking like a fan thing.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
then I'm
I
with
would
you.
know about this shit. I just found a really cool fan roster, and I really love it, but also, I don't know who some of these characters... Oh, they're the DLC characters. They have
Hey,
them on there.
that sounds like our next episode.
I would love to do that. We'll do that.
Fighting games with like different franchises.
Yeah, they go really hard.
Yeah,
But
sounds like enough for next time, and then you cut.
yeah,
Except we still have like 10 minutes.
yeah. Well, we got 5 minutes, and we'll just go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. This is a bit of a shorter episode, but hope you enjoyed. Please tell us, what superheroes do you want games of? There's a YouTuber I really like who is constantly saying we need a Green Arrow game. I don't know about that, but to each their own.
Better.
That's actually crazy, but
is it crazy?
I don't know. I think most people
only
say
one of them is, what is his name? Hawkeye actor. Only one of them is Jeremy Renner. Hear me out on him.
You remember do you remember he had an app of his own? He had like the Jeremy Renner app, and it was just only his stuff.
I don't remember, and I don't care. I just like looking at him.
There's also I think he sings too. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.